Is it just me, or has the government banned the Holy Eucharist? But first, we'll start with our mission.
With firm faith, I believe and profess everything that the Catholic Church teaches. But for many reasons, the fullness of that message hasn't been getting out lately. What if we, together, set out to learn the faith, to live the faith, and to share this faith, like missionaries of old? What would the world look like in 100 years?
So I tried again to go to Mass. I'm not talking about my secret underground Mass society. As you know, that's not going very well. I'm talking about the regularly scheduled 11 o'clock Sunday morning Mass, the one that should have been live streamed online. Welcome, I'm Brad Schepisi. I thought that when I got there, even if the doors were locked, I could stick my face up to the window and maybe, just maybe, Father would see me and feel bad and maybe sneak me in the back door. I could ring the bells. That's not what happened. When I got there, there was no one there. Of course, the doors were locked, but the lights were off. There was no Mass. It was really strange to see the parking lot at 11 o'clock on Sunday morning, the Mass that everyone goes to see the parking lot completely empty. So what do? I had woken up early, I got ready, I got dressed for the first time in a week. I didn't want to just go home. Where could I go during this crisis on a Sunday morning that was sure to not be closed? I went to Home Depot, right down the street from the church, and when I got there, it was completely packed. There was not a single parking spot empty. Is it just me? Or is there something very strange about this? Am I getting carried away? Or has the government banned Mass? Oh, I know many of you want to blame the bishops, but wait, not so fast. Let's check out today's headline. By Daniel Burke, not our Daniel Burke, it's obviously a different Daniel Burke. CNN, a Catholic diocese is reopening for Mass despite a statewide stay-at-home order. A Catholic diocese in New Mexico will reopen churches for Masses despite continued growth of cases in the state and the governor's stay-at-home orders for non-essential services. Governor Grisham announced Saturday that houses of worship must abide by a public health order banning mass gatherings. The new order bars gatherings of more than 5 people. I thought it was 10. What happened? The diocese said that it will abide by the governor's social distancing orders, but that didn't seem to ease the concerns at the state capitol. So they're doing what they want them to do, and the government is still not happy? A spokeswoman for the governor said, "While we appreciate that the diocese stipulates that they will abide by the necessary public health emergency order banning mass gatherings, it is concerning that they would be reopening at all when New Mexico continues to face the pandemic." Hey, did you know, if you live in the Santa Fe area, I'm in Nashville, but if you need to get a new drain trap for your bathroom sink because yours is broken and leaking all over the floor, the Home Depot in Santa Fe is also open, and its hours are Monday through Saturday, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., and on Sunday, 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. That extra hour on Sunday is for your convenience. It gives you time to drive through your church's empty parking lot on the way. Oh, also, if you prefer Lowe's over Home Depot, some people do, they have the exact same hours as Home Depot in Santa Fe, New Mexico. So the spokeswoman for the governor continues. She says, any kind of gathering puts everyone's health at risk. And I know that sounds a little confusing, what with Home Depot and Lowe's being open, but we checked with our vast staff, our research staff here, we checked, and the phrase that is actually used here in the text, any kind of gathering, in this context, it is actually a legal term that only applies to Catholics. So the chancellor at the diocese said that it will abide by the governor's social distancing orders and limit services in churches to 5 people. I thought it was 10. We are abiding by the regulation and taking many more safety measures than any restaurant or fast food place. Oh, did you know that the Home Depot in Santa Fe, New Mexico right now is having a great sale? I printed out part of their sale paper here just to share with you. if you live there, because I'm like under house arrest in Nashville, so I can't get there. But if you are in Santa Fe right now, don't be confused. I'm not talking about in 6 weeks from now when the crisis is over. I'm talking about right now. So right now, you could stop watching this and go to Home Depot, and you can get a DeWalt's men's waterproof work boots that are normally, listen to this, $119.99. They're now on sale for the astonishing price of $65.99. That is almost half price. As of April 15th, we're continuing. As of April 15th, New Mexico had 1,484 confirmed cases. Why does that sentence appear right here in the text? It seems very out of place because it does not connect to either what preceded it or what comes after it. I wonder if it's here because the author is inferring something. What could they be inferring with these numbers? Maybe CNN is inferring that the bishop is somehow responsible for these numbers. Or maybe he's inferring that the bishop is negligent for holding Mass. Can all of those 1,484 cases be traced back to Catholics? Remember, only 5 people would be attending a Mass. So can you connect those 1,484 cases divided by 5 to 296 separate Masses? Pastors in California and Mississippi are suing over the restrictions, arguing that they restrict their rights to assemble and practice their religion. Just for clarity's sake, an actual argument requires a claim and a counterclaim. Here, there's no counterclaim. Everyone, all parties, are in complete agreement. The government actually admits that they are refusing to allow people to assemble for worship. But you can go to Home Depot if you need a new trap. I know I got a new trap. So, much of the debate over religious services boils down to one question. Are they essential? Actually, there's this thing called the Bill of Rights, and it literally prohibits you from having that debate. It's not a debate. It's actually a violation of civil liberties. The spokeswoman for the governor said, any kind of gatherings that are not absolutely essential to one's health or welfare are strongly discouraged. She continued, New Mexicans and all houses of worship are encouraged to continue to worship at home and broadcast services remotely. Conversely, Bishop Baldacchino truly believes that helping someone in their faith is truly essential and cannot only happen through online services. It has to happen with in-person access to Holy Communion. Do you see a hint of Gnosticism in the government position? The bishop seems to be pointing this out by saying that what is essential has to happen with in-person access to Holy Communion. However, the government seems to be pushing the case that what is essential in religion can happen remotely. It's not essential that you are present for your religious ritual, they would claim. They fail to distinguish between Catholics and everybody else, because many Protestants have already established the television screen as part of their ritual, whether it's the Jumbotron that they use in their megachurches or the rebroadcast of their sermons at satellite branches. So staying home and watching church on TV has already been accepted in many of those communities. Also, we see New Agers practicing their rituals on exercise mats in their living room. But none of that is us. We are a sacramental church, and we cannot reduce our beliefs to some interior movement. Our beliefs are tangible realities that exist sacramentally. Our worship is the true sacrifice of Christ, truly present on the altar. The Council of Trent teaches in chapter 1 of the 22nd session that Christ accomplished our eternal redemption upon the altar of the cross, and its effects are applied to each of us individually in the Mass, which is why now in the 1983 Code of Canon Law, the Church says in Canon 837 that liturgy is to be celebrated with the presence and active participation of the Christian faithful wherever possible. Sacramental worship is not something that can be fully reproduced over a television screen. So while what is essential to many other groups is in no way being infringed, what we are experiencing may actually be a state prohibition of the sacraments. Does that mean that in the U.S., in the year 2020, the Holy Eucharist has been banned? Let me know what you think in the comments below, and remember to pray to Our Lady in the Holy Rosary to bring us back to Mass. Click here to watch Friday's video, and remember, you can't give what you don't have, so we're here to help you to learn the faith, to live the faith, and to love the faith, so that you can get out there and share the faith with a hurting world that needs it now more than ever. Does Dr. Fauci have a double standard by allowing Tinder hookups and not allowing Mass?